Hi, everybody. I hope you are having a good week, and I'm really excited to share with you our next lesson, our part 4 of our eagle drawing. You've been doing an amazing job with your eagles and the shading. The value that you are putting in your drawings is so incredible that you're doing this from home, and I'm really, really proud of you, and I'm very impressed. So keep posting your video or your images in the turn in section on Google Classroom, and every day you get credit for just taking a picture and uploading it. You just got to upload it in the right spot. Please don't email it to me because then I can't give you credit. It just won't work in the system. So, I'm really excited. So, I do want to go back a little bit and I want to show you a couple cool things that we're going to do. I think we should be able to finish up our eagle today. If not, we'll do one more mini lesson and finish it up. So, here we go. I am going to show you what I did. I did my homework. And I just wanted you to shade both sets of wings and the tail feather. And something that I noticed that students were doing, they were doing a really good job with the dark value, the middle value of gray, and the light gray. But there's more values in between. So this is what's going to really help your work. So I didn't really fully finish the left side of my feather. And you can kind of see, or my wings, the feathers on my wing. Sorry about that. Um, so I think this is what's going to help you out. What I see is a lot of students are doing this really beautiful dark black. And then we get this kind of like middle gray and maybe a little bit darker here, and that's it. We're not getting too much in between. So in our photograph, our feathers don't necessarily look like that. Yes, the tips are dark, but there's kind of like a middle gray with this like design on it. So before we get to the design part, I want to show you how to make your values go subtly from a dark to a medium dark to a lighter dark to a medium gray and so on and so forth. So instead of getting this effect where it's really dark here, we're going to get more of these middle values that look really good. So here we go. Take your pencil. I'm using my number two pencil right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shade in going with the direction of the feathers. You don't want to go across this way because you won't get that. So this one is really incomplete. So it's really dark, medium value. That's it. So let's get this gray kind of in the middle. And by using or switching to your 2B pencil, if you had like a 6B at home or you had darker like drawing pencils, like I did the darks with a 9B. Some I did with 6B too. You're going to start to see that value shift from that dark to the a little bit lighter. So look at the difference between this part and this part. It looks a lot better. So we're just going to continue to do that. So some of you might have to go back and do that. And why not? Why not make your drawing something you could be super proud of that you could display in your house, get a frame for it. Most of you know that I'm expecting a baby, and I keep looking at really cool things to show on nurseries, and I see these incredible drawings of animals, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my students could do those. You could do them. You could decorate your house with beautiful drawings. Just once you put a beautiful frame on it, boom, it just takes it to the next level. So get a frame if you can. You don't have to do that right away. It's not required. But hey, why not? If you're just putting this work in, let's do a good job and let's do the best we can. So there we go. We're just going to keep continuing to add these values, going back and forth with our pencil. A lot of times I use the side of my pencil. Now, if you have your little white piece of paper, last lesson I told you take a little piece of paper and roll it up to make your own homemade tortillian, or you can take your finger, it don't matter, and you can blend it by using it. See how it's getting nice and dirty on there? That's what you want. If you tape your paper in place, then you don't have to worry about it unraveling either. So there's a couple little tips that are going to help you out. I also noticed that some kids aren't super happy with this section where you get that dark gray, the medium gray, and the lighter gray. And then what you want to do is, once you get to this point, you might want to go back and just kind of refine your, I'm switching pencils just because that one's about to break. Just kind of refine those feathers. In the photo of our feathers, they do have, you can see the kind of the edge of the feather. So I'm just drawing lines here to see where those feathers go. So that's like taking it really to that next level. You can always go back and add a couple more of these middle feathers on the wing too. So I know it's frustrating. Sometimes you're like, oh, I'm finished with that, I'm done. But art is really a lot of trial and error. So if you look at it and it doesn't look right, go back and get it right. Like, make it look amazing. I was very pleased with this side. I know I could go back, especially under this bright light that I'm using in my on my desk. I could probably just kind of darken these up a little bit with my tortillian or my magical piece of paper that I used, and make those look really good. So you have to kind of use your own best judgment at what you think looks great. Now, last time I mentioned we were going to do the body. And the body, to be honest with you, is not that difficult, especially if you've successfully done everything that I asked you to do already. So I'm going to sharpen my pencil right here. You don't need it too sharp, but if you notice, like the body right here, these are really dark values, and they're little tiny feathers to give it a little bit of texture. So by sharpening my pencil and just getting a little bit longer here on the tip, it'll work. Use your 2B, use your number 2 pencil, whatever you have handy. And I do want you to pay attention up here, right under the beak. That's all in shadow. That's dark. So make sure you don't darken this in. All right, so let's go. I'm going to start up top. Remember, if you put your hand on your drawing, you're going to get that gray stuff on your hand. So to protect smudging, you might want an extra piece of paper. You might want to turn your eagle so you don't get that smudge on your hand and then everything gets all messy. We will clean it up at the end. That's one of the finishing techniques I'm going to show you, but it just save yourself a little bit of washing your hands, even though we're supposed to be doing that a lot, and save yourself all the smudge marks that you're going to have to clean up. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take the side of my pencil, and I'm going to get some beautiful dark values. I'm feeling pretty confident here. I know where those darks are going to go. I'm just going to make like an imaginary line here because I'm going to go back through that. And then notice how I'm using the pencil in little tiny motions up and down, side to side. And you're starting to see that that is making a really nice texture here. You don't want to go too long. I know a lot of you are very impatient, or a lot of you have patience, and I have to teach everybody. So if you're an impatient kind of kid, do the best you can. Take your time. Get this the way that you've been doing, because it's been looking amazing so far. So let's keep it up. And a lot of you notice I look back and forth at the eagle, which I'm doing right now, to make sure I'm getting these values where I want them. This is a really, really dark area or section. And I think that's starting to really come together. I'm going to go all the way down to where we finish off the tail. So I'll just move this up a little bit for you. so you can see. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. I'm so proud of my students. We are all golden eagles. We are in this together, and we are soaring through awesome art projects. And you are doing incredible. I'm very, very, very proud of you. So keep up the good work, my awesome artists. And I hope that some of you are really enjoying your drawing and starting to be impressed by your skills, because I sure am. You keep up the good work, but don't be too hard on yourself. Okay, so I made a nice texture here with the eagle and the body, and there's a lot of white area too. So I'm gonna go back to my little piece of paper or even my finger. You're gonna blend it. So I'm gonna take my little folded piece of paper. You're gonna start to see it's gonna fill in some of those areas. Of white. I'm going to switch to my tortillians. Sorry about that. I'm going to blend it in really nice. Beautiful. Now, with my already dirty tortillian or pinky finger or little piece of paper that I use, like I said, I probably should have taped this. It would have been much nicer. If you have tape at home, tape yours. I'm going to go to the head. All right. So just this area here, we kind of left. Since I already have my tortillian primed with lots of graphite on there, I don't even think I need my pencil at the moment. I'm just going to gently shade that into a light gray first. It's easier if we start light and then build upon that. So my light gray first, and gradually put a little bit more pressure and get a little darker, because there's lots of different grays in here. Now, I'm not going to be too picky here. You guys do your best, because they look really good. And, you know, the goal of this assignment is not to necessarily copy the image that we see. It's just to use it as a guide. So just keep that in the back of your head. If you're like, it doesn't look exactly like it, that's okay. It's okay. It's a guide. And nobody's going to see this photograph. Nobody, except me, but I won't tell, I promise. So you guys just do the best you can. All right, I'm going to take my regular number 2 pencil, just a regular pencil. If you have one, use it. I'm just going to go over little tiny back and forth motion to kind of build some of that variance between medium gray and light gray. I'm going to round out the head, darkening that up a little bit there. Underneath the beak. No, it's, like I said, it's pretty dark here. Look at the photo. Like, compare them. It's dark. So I want to get that crispy dark. And I'm feeling pretty good about my other values. I'm just going to press down a little harder. Go back and forth. Now, what you guys can't see that I can see here is mine is pretty dark. It just makes it look a lot lighter under the light. Like you can see that I'm using on my desk. So, you know, use your best judgment. The eye, I'm a little unsatisfied, so I'm just going to shade that in a tiny bit so it doesn't look so stark white. And just gonna, a little bit here. Oh, you're doing so good. So proud of you. I'm going to bring that out a little bit there. I'm really excited to see what you guys are going to come up with this week. I think I'm pretty satisfied with the beak, to be honest with you. I could probably tweak it a little bit, but I think I'm okay with that. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. All right, now you may need to go back. I need to go back and do a really dark body here. So now I'm pressing. See the difference? With a little bit more pressure, it's getting really, really black. Use what you can in your house. No Sharpies, but whatever pencil you have, use it, because it's going to make your values look so rich and crisp. And this is what makes the difference for students when they draw, because they're a little bit timid to add these values down here. And what I like to see is when you get these beautiful blacks, really, really beautiful. I want to go to the eye right now. When you get those beautiful, rich blacks with your pencil, woo! Makes your drawings look sweet. And then you're gonna have people like, oh my gosh, you drew that? Will you draw one for me? You're such a good artist. And it's just one of those things where you just need to be patient and try to be confident with whatever skills that I'm teaching you or whatever skills you already have, and just do the best you can. Like I said, I'm not showing this photo to anybody. Only you guys are going to see this. So I'm going to continue and go ahead and finish this part up. You guys, same thing. Do what you got to do to get this whole area nice and dark. I can even like set it to the side for a little bit. I kind of want to finish it though. But I think you guys get the point where, dark darks. I'm going to look here too, and I'm going to look at the photograph. And now that I'm darkening the body, this part is really, really dark too. Do it. Get it dark. Go back with your pencil. Get those dark, dark, darks. We are using one of the elements of art that you learned in elementary school, which is called value. The light gray, the medium gray, the dark gray, and all in between. These are the values, the lightness and darkness of a color. Since we're using graphite, it's just gray. And this comes in handy when you are drawing anything, because it's just going to look so much more incredible. I wish you could see mine in person right now, because it does. It looks a lot better. And by the way, I take that in consideration when you photograph your work and you put it on there. I do, because I understand the filter of your camera, the filter of my camera won't always make things look as beautiful and rich as they do in real life. So just hold on to them. I want to see them in real life, but I still want to see them through Google Drive and take pictures, please, because it makes me so happy. It brings me so much joy. Keep it up. Keep it up. Okay. Why don't we do this? Finish up the body. Go back and tweak all of the dark areas on the feathers. Get them super duper crispy black. If you can, use your pencil to the max here. Pencil power. Do the best you can here, getting these beautiful, rich blacks and your grays. Send me a picture. How about we'll do a mini lesson in a couple days, and the mini lesson will be how to pick up these design values and just little itty bitty finishing touches. We'll do that next lesson. So it'll make a real quick one for your final, and then you can turn it in. But to be honest with you, let's see if I could zoom this out a little bit so you guys can see. I have to hold it like this, or try to. I am significantly proud of this at the moment, and it's still not even finished. So take your time, bold blacks, go back through here and just kind of get your values to blend a little bit more. And I can't wait to see what you're going to show me. All right, you guys rock. I will see you in a couple days. Keep up the good work, and thank you for drawing with me today. I'm super happy about all your drawings and all your hard work. So, and I appreciate it. Keep it going. All right, thank you. See you later, my wonderful artist. Bye.